Hello, I'm Brother Funk. I'm your instructor for this semester. Welcome to Global Hotspot Pakistan. If this is your first experience in studying a foreign country and its culture, well, you're in for a great treat. And for all of you that are new to Pakistan, it's going to be a great course. I welcome you. I hope this screen right here is what you found when you signed into your Canvas sign on. This is where you start all your studying here, and it's a good Canvas is a really good intuitive tool. I'm encouraged by it. This is my first semester using it as an instructor. Several semesters of experience with Brightspace behind me, but this is a good tool. I think you'll enjoy it. For those of you who are new to Canvas, it's a great improvement. All right, so let's get right to it here. A little bit of orientation here. You'll see over here on the left side is some basic, and by the way, this screen, even though I'm looking at it, I'm looking at it as you see it. So these are your basic categories over here on the left. This on the far left are some speed up links if you want to go right to the calendar and get some more planning out in front of you. Then you can click on it right there and get to it faster. If you want to, so I'll just go to it in case you haven't been there yet. So you can see the main assignments are on here. Not all of them are though, and I'll discuss that in just a minute. But all the heavy graded assignments are all on this calendar. Inbox is a new tool in Canvas. And it's saying that I'm unauthorized to use it as a student, but that's not true. When you click in there, then it's kind of like an email program. So it's a good tool for you. So to get back to your course, then this is what you do. Click on courses and then Global Hotspot. And then you're back to this introductory change. You'll notice over on the right, you can go, there's some hot links into how the course is organized, and then the course calendar, another way to get into the calendar. And then all of your upcoming to-dos that you have yet to do. They're listed right there. Once you complete something, then it drops off this list. I'd like you to concentrate on when it says start here. That's exactly what it means. You really need to start here. And these 4 boxes here, if you haven't already done it, please go through all the items in every one of these boxes before you jump into the lesson modules, because I'll guarantee you'll get into lesson 1 or 2 and you'll be having questions about stuff that could be answered by going through these first 4 modules here. They're all introductory. You need to use the time here this first week to make sure you understand expectations of you during the course, because later on you're not going to have time to do that. If you have to go back and do something you've neglected to do, then it takes away your study time and ability to interact with your fellow classmates. So I'd encourage you to actually start here and go through all this stuff. So I'm going to assume that you're going to do that so that you know all these different items that are in those 4 blocks. I'm going to jump right to week 1. We are in week 1 right now, started on 7 January. Then you go and you look at this list of things to do, course components. And I would suggest that in each lesson that you go in order down through them, whatever they are. The third week, like week 3 through 14, the basic components of each lesson will all be the same. But these first 2, there's a little bit some differences. So you'll notice on some of these it says 10 points, and then it jumps down here. So these things in here are in between. Are not graded kinds of things, but you need to do them. Absolutely need to do them. particularly these two sign-ups here, case study and topic presentation. Then you have an opportunity here, then this accountability quiz on that case study sign-up. It's basically you saying, yep, I did it, and that's all you have to do. But it's important that you complete that, because that tells me that you've actually gone out and signed up for a case study. Alright, so let's just hit this syllabus quiz for one example. Many of you have already completed that. So you just go in there, you can read the syllabus about it, but basically take the quiz. But if you haven't read that syllabus and you just click on the quiz to guess through the thing, it's not going to be a good experience. So please actually read that syllabus that's buried in those first 4 blocks that I ask you to go through on that very first page. So we'll go back up and review what is in those, some of it. You'll want to go through all these things too. You need to become intimately familiar with each of these items. Pakistan Research Group information, your case study instructions. Read the instructions before you go doing the sign-up. And then the topic presentation, read the instructions, then do the sign-up. Don't do it in reverse order. And then there's a future project, which have instructions. The sign-up for it, you're not due to complete that yet, but there are 3 main projects for the course. You need to internalize that principle. These 3 assignments: a case study, which is a group effort. You work together as a group, usually 5 people. Work together on a case study. The topic presentation and the future project are each worth 20% of your final grade. So it's not something to be skipped. The final exam, I'll just kind of finish it out, the biggies, is worth 10% of your grade. But you don't need to sweat that very much. It's a totally multiple choice questions, open book, not open student. You have to do it by yourself, but it's an open book exam, unlimited time, 50 questions. But many people will try and guess their way through that exam, and usually they don't get better than a C- or D because they're just guessing. So anyway, that's 70% of your grade, those 3 big ones and that final exam. But so that only gets you up to 70%, in the C range, C- range. So if you want to score better in this course, you're going to have to do all these other things too. So I'd encourage you to do that. But to understand those big projects, then you need to just step right down on through these things. So in week 1, then you have the due assignment of signing up for the case study and signing up for the topic presentation. And in these instructions, it tells you how to do that. All right, so let me say something about discussions. Every week you will have discussions to complete. This first couple of weeks is a little bit different. You've got a global tribe discussion here. Once you make a thread post, then you can see the thread post from everybody else. Those are pretty interesting. Absolutely. And this creating a new nation, that's your week 1 discussions. That's what you're expected to do, to make a thread post and then to reply to at least 2 of your fellow students, and that's a common standard for every week from here on out. So next week we'll be talking about India splitting apart into India and East and West Pakistan. There's some heavy grading items that are starting to appear then in grade 2. Choose your position, reflection write-up, and reading quiz. These are all 3 components of that other 30% I didn't talk about. You got 70 on the 3 main assignments and the final exam, and here's the stuff on the other 30% of your grade. So it's important stuff. These are opportunities to then start interacting with me as well as your fellow students. So I look forward to that. Now, you'll see that week 3 is grayed out. Well, come Saturday, the 12th of January, in midnight, I believe they turn it on, you'll be able to see week 3. So it is possible for you to work ahead, but not way ahead. So just keep that in mind. If you've got a wedding coming up, or a family reunion, or whatever it might be in the coming week, you can work ahead through that. I will say that do not miss the due dates for these assignments. They are automatically degraded 10% for each day that they're late, so do not be late on your assignments. The Canvas software, I've already set it to automatically degrade your point availability. Alright, so that's the basic introduction to how this course was going to flow. Kind of simple, but my hint to your success is that you've got to discipline yourself, if not every day, then every other day, but 2 or 3 hours a week at least, to spend on these projects. In the course material, if you don't, you'll fall behind, and it will be obvious to me and to your own selves that the quality of your work will go down. So thank you very much. I encourage you can either send me emails or you can use this inbox over here. But I look forward to this course with you. It's a good orientation. Thank you very much.